Oh goodness, where did you come from? I nearly tripped over you. Such a little thing. Really, I always thought of myself of average height. I suppose we must come from very different parts of the world then. How did you wind up in this forest? Oh, how terrible. This forest can be a dreadful place to become lost in. You must have been so frightened. Of course. I'll only be too happy to help you. May I see your totem? I can pet with mine and we can... I'm not sure I understand. You don't have a totem? Really? You really are from far away then? I thought everyone nowadays had a totem. How do you send messages? I find answers to your questions. Oh, I see, that makes much more sense. Just a difference in terminology. Then, well, let me see your phone and I'll... Huh, can... Huh, can you please put it away? What is that? That is not a totem. That has metal in it, doesn't it? Oh God, I can smell it from here. I think I might be sick. Oh, forgive me for that reaction. I was just taken by surprise. I suppose you're one of the metal-resistant lines then. A kobold, or a gnome perhaps. For I confess, you don't look much like either. My ignorance shows itself, because those are the only lines I can think of who can stomach keeping metal on their person. Your line? You know it's what kind of hair you are. For example, I'm of the silly line. And you would be? Oh my, human, oh I'm sure. Yes, a human, right. In the Fey realm, walking around peacefully. Well, human, I must say I'm very curious as to why you are. Well, let's face it. Oh my, you're adorable. Perhaps mice deceive me, but I see no two-wasted ugly face, or skin made of pure iron, to say nothing of the fact that you don't exactly tower over me. Quite the opposite. Are you supposed to be an especially short human? Or are you supposed to be an infant? But in all seriousness, my curiosity is piqued. What line are you really? Well, if you want to commit to that, I suppose it's your right. You don't have to tell me anything. At any rate, you don't have a totem. Certainly not one that I could use, anyway. So do you at least know where home is? Or others of your kind? I don't know any of those places. Well, do you know how you came to be here? That doesn't give me much to go on. Perhaps I can take you to my home. Somebody there can probably figure it out. Right, well, if you really were human, I suppose it would be dangerous. Humans, so the legends goes, have been locked out of the Fey realm for centuries, so the presence of one would be extremely troubling. Of course, I don't know how many Fey believe in human health nowadays. Human realm? Oh, the mortal realm. Well, yes, of course it exists. I don't believe it contains actual humans, but it can be dangerous for Fae. You're not trying to say you want me to take you there, are you? Friend, I think you're taking the joke too far. I can't in good conscience just take you to the mortal realm and leave you there. I'm sorry, but I must refuse. Perhaps you really do believe that. I apologize, I didn't realize you were being serious. Perhaps there's somebody I can help you find. Some man of caretaker. I never used the word crazy, to be clear, but I don't know what else to think when someone walks up to me and claims to be a mythological creature and one so far removed from their actual appearance at that. Then the claim is that humans look just like Fae. That's a little boring. Wouldn't you say? I would hope that a legendary creature would look a little more interesting. I would admit that you don't act like you are confused. But you can't be human, you just can't. That means you either believe in a false version of reality, or you're lying to me. I'm sure I don't need to tell you which one is worse. That thing again. I already admit it is strange. I've never seen a fairy or anything like it. Actually, what substance is that? It looks as smooth as metal, but it doesn't smell like it. The metal is on the inside as best as I can tell. Plastic? No, I've never heard of it. It doesn't smell as toxic as metal, but it still feels wrong somehow. I confess that it doesn't seem like something even a kobold would be insane enough to carry around. Let's say I believe you. For the moment, I'm not entirely sure I do. But supposing I did, you really just want to get home. You're not trying to steal from or attack us. I suppose I could guide you to the mortal realm, if you really want to go there. I guess that's your decision. It should be this way. Follow me. So, humans don't have iron skin then? I did always wonder how they would manage to move if that were the case. I wonder where that idea could come from. Really, armor made entirely out of metal. How could you stand it? Well, I think that stands to reason. Any sensible person would leave such a thing in the far past, where it belongs. For humans clearly haven't entirely abandoned their art, obsession with metal. That phone, what does it do again? It really is like a totem then. How curious. Did humans copy the idea from the Fae? The other way around? Or did we just happen to converge on similar ideas? I suppose it could be useful enough that any society would eventually create something similar. There are so many stories about humans. There's a lot I want to ask, but so much of it seems so silly that it surely has to be false. Well, like certain humans don't really open share their names with each other. That would be utter chaos. You really? But how could you survive? Less in total control of yourself, into the hands of every person you meet. Surely eventually someone would betray you. You can't. What sort of magic do humans really doesn't allow them to control someone with a name? That's so fundamental I can't imagine it. Oh no, you're making things up. How could that phone of yours do the same things as a totem? If you can't use magic. I don't understand any of those words. It really works entirely off mundane means, and yet harnesses lightning and produces light. Yeah, sure. It seems that humans are simultaneously more and less interesting than I could have imagined. How bizarre. Oh, well, we are here. Just a little further and you'll be in the mortal realm. But you need to open the way with magic, so I will have to help you. Are you sure about this? Are you certain you are really human? That you belong in the mortal realm? I would hate to think that I was stranging you in such a noxious place. Well, if you say so just a moment, I'll open up the way. Now follow me exactly and don't touch the edges of the tunnel. Well, this is it. The mortal realm, your home. Dear, it's difficult to breathe. I don't know how you stand it. Then humans really are responsible for this. Our legend said that humans do us out of the mortal realm. I thought for sure that would be only a myth. Fascinating. Wait, I see something further down the mountain. People. People like you. Then, Oberon's beard, you actually are human. Actually, truly. I admit I still wasn't entirely convinced this. How incredible. I met a real creature of legend. Well then, I suppose. We both have stories to tell. Out of curiosity, how did you enter the Fey realm in the first place? It shouldn't be possible without magic. Strange. Perhaps some leftover Fey magic. He might have stepped some place that used to be important, even when we used to dwell here. We always had a stronger connection to the Fey realm, and so we could live in places that were connected. Pardon me, I'm afraid I don't think I can stay much longer. I'll have to return home. Oh, well then, this is farewell. Good luck getting home, human. It has been a privilege to meet you. I'm glad to know that humans are more pleasant to be around than the stories suggest. Goodbye.